I usually want to take them off during a run. I've never seen anybody run with them on, but they're there available. If you're going to use them, what I suggest for you guys to do is put them in your helmet so you know to put them on. Okay? So set them in your helmet so you can put your gloves on, and then you put them on before you ride. Okay?
Well, does qualify you if you're like putting them on when you're riding?
No, they won't.
They won't?
They will not.
Okay.
Okay?
But be safe.
So be safe.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear gloves, right?
You do not have to wear gloves. Just for an option. We have a lot of beginners and everything like that. Everybody likes to wear gloves. That's fine. Okay? You don't have to wear them. It's just an option for you guys. Okay? I personally don't wear them, but I know a lot of people do. So I'm going to just leave those out like that. Okay, so my transition area is set up right now. I'm looking at it, I go, okay, my cycling shoes are there, my running belt is there, my helmet is here, my sunglasses are here. Is there anything else I need for the bike? Can I do this bike without just going and going? I said, yes, I can. I'm telling myself, yeah, I can go. I make sure my water bottles are filled up, okay? There's no water bottle exchange on the ride, right? 2 bottles should be more than enough for a 12-mile bicycle ride, okay? That's a lot of liquid to carry, okay? I also have this little nifty race bag. It carries my nutrients in it, okay? One of these goo gels or whatever you guys want to do. It's 100 calories. I recommend if you're gonna take something during a race, train with it, please. I made a mistake doing Escape from Alcatraz once. That I was dying on the run. I needed a cliff, and it turned my stomach inside out. It was horrible. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible experience. So please, if you're gonna race with something, use whatever you're gonna use in training for the bike. Do not change anything on race day. It even comes down to, hey, am I gonna drink Gatorade or Powerade? I'm a Powerade dude. I can't stand Gatorade. So pre-plan everything. Know exactly what you're gonna be doing. Okay? On one of these, you probably need, on a bicycle course for 12 miles, 2 maybe. It's 100 calories. Every 25 minutes at the most. Okay? But again, it's up to you and your body. Whatever your body can take, whatever you're comfortable with. Please do not change anything on race day. Do not say, hey, can I try that? Just don't do it. Have your own stuff. Okay?
Question, I wear a belt with my bottle in it. I can do that?
Yep.
Carry my own bottle?
Yep. Absolutely fine.
So a camelback's okay too?
Yes. Yep. Camelbacks are great. Anything to get water to you is great. So whatever you guys want to do, you can put water bottles in your back pockets if you want. That's fine. Just remember this. If it falls off on the bicycle ride, even if it's by accident, you have to stop and pick it up. You must stop and pick it up. And I've seen guys lose races like that because they'll actually drop one of these by accident. You have to stop and pick it up. If not, it's a 2-minute penalty if the referee sees you. Plus, we're triathletes, we're green, we want to be good for the environment because we use the outside all the time. So please be conscious of that. You cannot suck one of these down and throw it down. Okay? You eat it, even the top part right here. You got to stuff in your back pocket. A lot of people stuff it underneath their race pants because they're tight and it won't go anywhere. Okay?
But more importantly, it creates a hazard for the athletes behind you. That's why you got to pick it up.
It's not like the Tour de France where you see bottles flying everywhere. You know, you're responsible for what you take out on the course. So if you finish a bottle, you've got to put it back in its slot and it's got to go with you the entire way. All right? All right, so my bicycle's set up. I got my run stuff ready. And the last thing I do, okay, I'm going to swim first. So what do I need to swim in? I need goggles and a swim cap, okay? So I get my swim line. Usually I'll wet down my goggles, my cap, and I'll put it on beforehand. As soon as I get going, I'm ready to go. So I start swimming, and I get done with the swim. This is the first thing I do. I'm a big mental picture guy, okay? If you mentally picture everything you're going to do in transition, the least steps possible, in exact order you want to do it in, you're going to be very efficient in transition, okay? So I got my swim cap on, and I get out of the water. And I got my goggles on, and I get out of the water, okay? And the biggest thing I see people do is they're like this, and they just take their goggles right off. And now you ate up a hand, because you can't drop these anywhere until you get your transition, okay? So a good thing to do is once you're on, you just put them up like that, okay? And run your transition. Everybody's going to be running a transition like this, okay? Once you get to transition, now when I'm going to transition, I'm mentally focused on exactly what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do first in transition. And this is, for me, my order, and I encourage all you guys to get your own order of what you're going to do. All right, the first thing is this. I'm going to put my cycling shoes on. because they're right there. So I get down and I put both cycling shoes on. Okay. The next thing is my race belt. It's right there. I'm going to put my race belt on. Okay. The third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stuff off my head. So I take it off, and you can just throw it right down there on the ground, just like that. So you throw that down on the ground. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sunglasses on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my helmet, put my helmet on, and I'm going to make sure it is strapped like that. I'm going to hear the click, and I'm going to pull like this, all right? Because if you leave transition and get on your bike without your helmet being strapped, they can disqualify you, okay? It's a violation, and it's more for safety. Because a lot of guys, if their helmet's not strapped and they get in an accident, the helmet's flying before their head hits the ground, okay? And then I do a quick mental picture of myself. I look down, I go, bike shoes on, race belt on, helmet on. If I somehow forget my glasses, it's not a violation, it's not a penalty, just I have my glasses, you know? I take the chance, okay? Put it on. What I do is I grab my bicycle then, and I'm looking around to see what other people are doing around their area. I'll take my bicycle out, I'll walk it to the end of the line, I'll hang a right, and I'll start moving down transition towards the mountain line. And I know the mountain line is going to be coming, okay? Is everybody clear on how that goes from swim to bike? The biggest thing is for swim to bike, to be efficient, is to have a mental picture of exactly what you're going to do. You might want to put your glasses on first, your helmet on first, and your bike shoes on next. You know, whatever it is, it's got to be for your own so you feel comfortable, so you know everything is done. And it's four small things for me. And I can actually take one out if I didn't want to wear sunglasses. Okay?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If you're doing the relay, if I'm the cyclist, can I be all ready with the hat on and the gloves on, or do I have to have it sitting there at the bike?
You can be waiting in the relay exchange area with your helmet, your shoes, your gloves, your glasses, everything ready to go. That way, as soon as you get the chip, I would recommend walking in bicycle shoes. I don't know if everybody knows, it's very easy to slip in bicycle shoes. Walk your transition, grab your bike, and you're on your way.
And on the chip, if you're doing the relay, can the cyclist take it off and put it on your ankle? Does he have to hand it to you and then you put it on your ankle? I mean, how's that work?
Just get it on your
Get it off their ankle.
I mean, that's not unlawful assistance or something?
No, because you're a team. So, you know, if the swimmer can get it off and get it on your ankle, that'd be a good plan to have. Hey, the swimmer, I'm going to take off it and I'm going to put it on your ankle. Okay? Just make sure it gets transferred. Okay? So I grab my bike, I go out to the mountain line, and I'm riding. And okay? And I do my whole course, and I come back, and about a half mile from when I'm thinking about the run, I start putting a mental picture in my head. All right, what do I need to do for myself when I get back into transition? Okay? What are the exact steps I'm going to take? Okay? So I mentally picture it. And my mental picture is this. I have my shoes off. My running shoes are here. So I think to myself, okay.
So he re-racked the bike, then he takes the helmet off.
Almost. Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. I come back into transition. The first thing is I got to get out of my clips before the dismount line. So I'm out of my clips before the dismount line, and I break the bike, and I get off the bicycle before the dismount line, okay, or right at the dismount line. And at this point, everything's still on. I walk my bike to my rack, and this time, I don't care if it's in backwards, I'll make it go forward. So I'm never going to use this bike until, you know, the next race or the next time I train. So I'm just going to put my bike in there forwards. The biggest thing is, when you put your bike in, make sure your bike is in the rack, because I've seen people miss the racks and it hits other bikes and it knocks all down. It's a mess for tradition, and that's your responsibility. I mean, if you knock down other people's bike, common courtesy is you got to pick up your bicycle. Okay? So put your bike in, make sure it's secure. Okay? You're going to get out of your. The first thing I'm going to do as soon as I get on my bicycle is I'm going to take it off this helmet. Okay? I'm going to leave my sunglasses on. I'm going to put the helmet in the exact same spot, or I'm going to throw it into my race bag. The next thing is I'm going to bend down. I'm going to unbuckle my cycling shoes, and I'm going to take those off any way I can. Usually your legs are wobbly. I've seen a lot of people sit down. It's okay to sit down in transition. It's not a big deal. You have this area right in front of you. Go ahead and sit down there. There's nobody there. Take off your shoes. The next thing is I'm going to put on my tennis shoes. Okay, 1, and then 2. And I know my race belt's already on. I grab my hat, and I start running. That's how I do. That's how I do. Okay? Again, the biggest thing is a mental picture for yourself. Do whatever order you feel comfortable in doing it. Okay? You're allowed to sit down in transition from swim to bike. If you want to sit down and relax and take a breather, and say, okay, I got to put my shoes on, wave to your family, you know,